Well, 20 years ago in 1994, a group of us in Halifax thought that it would be important to have a Canadian Coastal Zone Conference to match the US Coastal Zone Conference. And so it all began sort of over a beer at the bar, and 20 years later we're still having an international conference on Coastal Zone that brings together experts from all around the world, but really highlights Nova Scotia, Haligonians, Halifax expertise. And there are different challenges now than there were 20 years ago, and there will probably be different challenges 20 years from now, but it's proven to be a very good venue for sharing ideas, developing strategies, moving forward, educating. It covers all aspects of the coast. I'm interested in modern day communication technologies, particularly social media, which is somewhat familiar to everyone. I'm interested because it connects us in a way that traditional media may not connect us. To quote a colleague and friend, Bob Fournier from Dalhousie, he says that traditional media is not working. He's been working on communicating oceans for decades, and he's the best. He's a great inspiration. But he points out that it's not reaching the younger crowd. It's not reaching those that really have to care about their future and the future of the oceans. So for me, I'm interested and trying to promote the use of social media as an additional experiment as to how we might engage people that are not presently engaged. And there's much to know about the oceans, and I'm not trying to simplify it, but there are issues that people should be aware of, and the idea of a community of users that could use social media to communicate with one another is as important as having a conference like Coastal Zone Canada, which brings together the experts. The experts are essential, they're needed, but there are many other people that we have to engage, whether they're just putting their boat in the water to go fishing for the day or going to Queensland Beach for a swim. They may not know how important their view is and their understanding is. For each session at Coastal Zone Canada 2014, summary points were captured. The 200 points make up an important record of the conference view on the legacy of coastal zone management and its future. The 200 points were reduced to 5 lists presented to the 125 participants on the last day of plenary. The following figures show the voting outcomes for each group of the priorities. Under the general theme of governance, there were 4 main points. The voting results supported the need for coordinated action, particularly in regards to funding. 2 percentage points behind was the need to make full use of all research inputs in coastal management. There was not much support for including fisheries in the coastal vision. There were 7 points presented under the theme Research and Data. The 2 highest rated points were co-design research with communities and the need to develop better information products derived from data and mapping. The management theme included 4 points. Voting results were fairly evenly split amongst challenge yourself, partner with new groups and add value to existing partnerships. And secondly, respect, recognize, and incorporate cultural and community values. For public outreach, the top points in the voting were in support of rigorous coastal and ocean education, including hands-on experiences in schools and to the public, as well as to raise awareness among the public that all human actions have an impact. Respect the Earth. The final theme is a collection of points that didn't fit easily under the other themes. The voting on Other strongly identified the need to build the future we envision. This should be a co-led process with stakeholder engagement so that it ensures that humans are a part of our future coastal management.